How did a young girl from a small town become one of the biggest pop stars in the world? Welcome to the journey of Taylor Swift. Born in 1989 in Reading, Pennsylvania, Taylor Allison Swift's passion for music was ignited early on. She was enamored by musical theater and, in her preteen years, she found herself drawn to the storytelling quality of country music. Inspired by her grandmother, a professional opera singer, Taylor started performing at local events and festivals. By the age of 10, Taylor was already a regular on the local karaoke circuit, belting out LeAnn Rimes and Dolly Parton hits. It wasn't long before she took a keen interest in learning the guitar, a Christmas gift from her parents. Armed with just 3 chords, Taylor started writing her own songs, a creative outlet that would soon become her trademark. Her determination led her to win several local talent contests in her hometown of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania. These early victories were not just wins, they were stepping stones, paving the way for her future musical journey. At the tender age of 12, Taylor penned her first song, Lucky You. It was a momentous occasion, the beginning of a songwriting career that would touch millions of hearts worldwide. Taylor's songs were more than just tunes. They were stories, narratives that resonated with people, making them feel seen, heard, and understood. But Taylor's ambitions were bigger than the stages of Pennsylvania. She yearned for the bright lights of Nashville, the heart of country music. With her dreams packed in her suitcase, she moved to Nashville at just 14, chasing that elusive record deal. The road wasn't easy. Taylor faced numerous rejections, but she didn't let the word no deter her. Instead, it fueled her resolve, her relentless pursuit to make her voice heard. From a young age, it was clear that Taylor had a unique talent and a burning passion for music. This innate ability, coupled with her hard work, determination, and resilience, set the foundation for the incredible journey she was about to embark on. At 14, Taylor made a bold move that would change her life forever. Picture this, a young ambitious girl from the small town of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, packing her bags and moving to the heart of country music, Nashville, Tennessee. Taylor Swift was no ordinary teenager. Fueled by her passion for country music and a dream to make it big, she convinced her family to relocate to Nashville. This was a crucial turning point in her life. It was here, in the city known for its vibrant music scene and legendary country artists, that Taylor hoped to kickstart her journey to stardom. The journey, however, was not as smooth as one might think. Even with her undeniable talent and knack for songwriting, Taylor faced a series of rejections from record labels. It was a tough pill to swallow for the young hopeful, but it didn't break her spirit. Instead, it stoked the fire within her, fueling her determination to make her dreams a reality. She spent her days honing her craft. She could often be found strumming her guitar and writing heartfelt lyrics that beautifully captured the emotions and experiences of a teenage girl. Taylor's unique ability to connect with listeners through her music was one of her biggest strengths. But the music industry is tough, and talent alone doesn't guarantee success. Rejection was a constant companion for Taylor in those early Nashville days. But rather than letting it discourage her, she used it as motivation. Each no she received only made her work harder, write more, and strive to improve. She remained undeterred despite the challenges. She continued to knock on doors, perform at open mic nights, and put her music out there. Her unyielding perseverance and unwavering belief in herself were what kept her going. And then, one day, her hard work paid off. Taylor caught the attention of Scott Borchetta, the founder of Big Machine Records. He saw the spark in her that others had overlooked, and at the tender age of 15, Taylor was signed to his label. The rest, as they say, is history. Despite the rejections, Taylor was not deterred. She was determined to make her mark in the music industry, and boy did she ever. At 15, Taylor got the break she had been waiting for. The young talent was discovered by Scott Borchetta, a music executive who saw the promise in Taylor's raw talent and songwriting skills. Borchetta was in the process of starting his new label, Big Machine Records, and he knew that Taylor was the perfect fit. Despite the risk attached with signing a young, relatively unknown artist, Borchetta took the leap of faith. Taylor was just a teenager, but she was ready to make her mark on the music scene. She was not going to let age or inexperience hold her back. She was ready to pour her heart out into her music, and that's precisely what she did. In 2006, a year after signing with Borchetta, Taylor released her self-titled debut album. It was a collection of songs that were deeply personal, filled with teenage angst, heartbreak, and love. She penned every song on the album, a testament to her songwriting prowess. The album was an instant hit, resonating with both country music fans and critics alike. It included early hit songs like Tim McGraw and Our Song, which quickly climbed the charts and became radio favorites. But Taylor's debut was not just commercially successful, it was critically acclaimed too. She won the Horizon Award from the Country Music Association, making her the youngest person ever to win the award. This accolade was a clear indication that Taylor was not a fleeting star, but a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. Following the success of her debut album, Taylor didn't rest on her laurels. She embarked on radio tours, constantly writing and recording new music to build momentum. She was determined to carve out a niche for herself in the industry, and she was willing to put in the hard work to get there. With the release of her debut album, Taylor Swift had arrived. She had managed to navigate the challenging terrain of the music industry, transform her dreams into reality, and in the process, captivate millions with her music. This was only the beginning of a remarkable journey that would see Taylor Swift become one of the most influential musicians of her generation. With her debut album, Taylor had made a splash, but she was just getting started. Now, picture this. A young Taylor, barely out of her teens, holding her breath as her name is announced for the Horizon Award from the Country Music Association. The award, intended to recognize new and developing country music artists, was a significant milestone in her budding career. But what made it even more special was that Taylor was the youngest person ever to win that award. It was a clear sign that she was on her way to stardom. But Taylor didn't just rest on her laurels. She understood that success in the music industry required continuous effort and constant creation. So she embarked on an ambitious journey of non-stop radio tours, reaching out to her fans, one radio station at a time. This wasn't just about promoting her music, it was about creating a bond with her listeners, making them feel seen and heard through her songs. And while most people her age were figuring out their college majors, Taylor was honing her craft, pouring her heart and soul into her songwriting. She was continuously writing and recording, churning out songs that resonated with her fans. It was this relentless pursuit of her craft that helped her build momentum in her career. Taylor's rise to stardom wasn't an overnight success story, it was a journey marked by perseverance, determination, and an unyielding belief in her talent. Every song she wrote, every award she won, every tour she embarked on was a stepping stone on her path to fame. Through this period, Taylor proved that she wasn't just another flash in the pan. She was a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. A young woman with a guitar and a dream, determined to make her mark. And she did just that, transforming herself from a promising underdog to an A-list celebrity. Through her hard work and talent, Taylor was quickly becoming a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. In 2008, Taylor Swift became more than just a rising star. This was the year she released her second studio album, Fearless, and with it, she solidified her status as a country superstar. Her first album had introduced her to the world, but Fearless was where she truly found her voice. The album was a masterstroke of storytelling and emotion, exploring themes of love, heartbreak, and the pains of growing up. It showcased Taylor's songwriting prowess, her ability to create relatable narratives, and her knack for crafting catchy, memorable melodies. Among the songs on Fearless were crossover pop hits You Belong With Me and Love Story. These songs weren't just popular among country fans, they resonated with listeners across genres and around the world. You Belong With Me was a heartfelt anthem of unrequited love that anyone who's ever felt like the underdog could relate to. Love Story, on the other hand, was a modern-day Romeo and Juliet tale that proved love songs could still be fresh and compelling. But it wasn't just the catchy melodies and relatable lyrics that made Fearless a hit. It was also Taylor's authenticity. She was unafraid to wear her heart on her sleeve, to share her experiences and emotions with her fans. This vulnerability, this willingness to be real, resonated with listeners. It made them feel seen, understood, and less alone. With Fearless, Taylor Swift wasn't just singing songs, she was telling stories. She was creating a world that her fans could step into, a world that felt both magical and achingly real. She was proving that country music wasn't just about twangy guitars and cowboy hats. It was about honesty, storytelling, and the shared human experience. And the world took notice. Fearless won Album of the Year at the Grammy Awards, making Taylor the youngest artist ever to win this prestigious award. It catapulted her into the mainstream, cementing her status as a country superstar and a force to be reckoned with in the music industry. With Fearless, Taylor Swift had not just entered pop culture, she was leading it. From her country roots, Taylor Swift was about to take the pop world by storm. The year was 2014 and Swift, now a country music sensation, was ready to make a bold move. She had always been a fan of pop music, and she was about to make it her own. She announced her first pop album, 1989, named after her birth year. The album was a departure from her country roots, but it was a risk that paid off. 1,989 Inches was a massive success. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart and stayed there for 11 non-consecutive weeks. The album spawned 3 Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles, Shake It Off, Blank Space, and Bad Blood. Swift was now not just a country music star but a pop music sensation. Swift's transition to pop wasn't just about changing her sound, it was about evolving her image and broadening her appeal. She embraced her new pop persona with a fresh style and a fearless attitude. She was no longer the country girl with a guitar, she was a pop icon with a powerful voice. Swift's influence in the music industry continued to grow. She used her platform to advocate for artists' rights, fight against online piracy, and champion the importance of songwriting. Her songwriting ability in particular was a key part of her success. Swift penned her songs with an honesty and vulnerability that resonated with millions of fans around the world. Over the years, Swift has continued to evolve and reinvent herself, never afraid to take risks and push boundaries. She's released more chart-topping albums, won numerous awards, and continued to influence the music industry. But throughout it all, she's remained true to herself and her fans. From a small-town girl to a global pop icon, Taylor Swift's journey is a testament to her talent, hard work, and connection to her fans.